President Ilham Aliyev and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva arrived in Baku White City. Acting chairman of Azerbaijan Open Joint Stock Company Vigar Ahmedov informed the head of state that comprehensive measures are being taken to ensure the White City project with high quality and sustainable electricity. The installed power capacity of the White City project is 250 megawatts, and the project envisages the construction of 410 kilovolt and 46 units of 35 kilovolt substations. The construction of the 110, 35 and 10 kilovolt White City 2 substation with a capacity of 100 megawatt ampere has already been completed. It should be noted that, like all newly built closed-type substations of Azerbaijan, the architectural outlook, technical and technological features of the White City 2 substation were created based on a special design. Then, President Ilham Aliyev launched the White City 2 and 110, 35, 10 kilovolts Bakikhanov substations by the SCADA remote control system. The head of state was informed that the old equipment of the 110, 35, 10 kilovolts Bakikhanov substation, built in the mid-70s of the last century in accordance with the requirements of that time, no longer met modern requirements. It had already completed its service life and therefore was completely remodeled. Then, the opening of the first Fountain Street took place. Chairman of Azerbaijan Avtomobil Yolları State Agency, Saleh Mammadov, informed the head of state that during the construction of new roads, the unsuitable ground of technogenic origin, saturated with fuel oil residues, had been dug out from the depths of 2 meters and removed from the territory. Instead, the foundation of the road was constructed from suitable mine materials. According to the project, the construction of 63 highways with a length of more than 22.4 kilometers and a width of 16 to 47 meters with 2, 4 and 6 lanes continues on the territory of Baku White City. Then, President Ilham Aliyev cut the red ribbon symbolizing the opening of the first Fountain Street. Access to First Fountain Street from Noble Avenue this year was ensured as part of the renovation of the White City. The street, with a length of 560 meters and a width of 32 meters, crosses the Green Island and the Fountain Square quarters and has an exit to the Central Boulevard Street in the north and to Noble Avenue in the south. On the 4-lane First Fountain Street, as well as on the other streets, parking lots and pedestrian safety are provided. In accordance with the project, road infrastructure works were carried out. Sewage and rainwater collectors, power lines, gas supply pipes and IT channel systems were laid. The street name is indicated on stone signs on the sidewalks. Road signs are installed. Landscaping, ramps and parking spaces for cars are provided. On the 90-meter section of the street, covering 7-story buildings and crossing with Noble Avenue, a reference wall was erected. Then, President Ilham Aliyev and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva familiarized themselves with the restored Fountain Square Park. The executive director of the Baku White City project, Ruslan Sadykhov, informed the head of state that the park, founded in December of 2016 with the participation of President Ilham Aliyev and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva, is part of the Fountain Square Park, a pedestrian crossing and a public parking for 800 cars. In the center of the Fountain Square quarter, the construction of which had already been completed, there are places for recreation, 3 sets of fountains, a large platform for the safe entertainment of children, and exquisite landscape design. In every corner of Baku White City, there is a fusion of classic, modern, and mixed style, skillfully used know-how, high-tech and building materials, original architectural elements, refinement, functionality, constructiveness, application of scientific and technical innovations are felt at every step. Some parts of the park are paved with stones left over from the buildings of the former Black City. There is a board in the park informing about the White City and the historic Black City, a street clock, a thermometer and a commemorative medallion. Here is a monument presented in the framework of the Stone Song, 3rd International Symposium on Sculpture, organized by the Heydar Aliyev Foundation in September of 2018. The Fountain Square Park and the pedestrian crossing will provide ample opportunities for walking and leisure of citizens. So, pedestrians moving from Babak Avenue to the Central Park District, Fountain Square, and using the bridge on the Noble Avenue will be able to get to the White City Boulevard. Also, pedestrians benefiting from escalators and elevators installed on the bridge can comfortably reach the White City subway station. The upper layer of the bridge, which is 7 to 14 meters wide and 237 meters long, allows access to the Baku City Mall shopping center in the south, to the center of the Fountain Square and First Fountain Street in the north, and through the lower layer, it is possible to reach Zaman Square located on Noble Avenue. Then the head of state was informed about the projects implemented over the past period and planned for the future. It was noted that construction work is continuing in the Park District, located on the territory of Baku White City at a height of 25 meters above the Caspian Sea level. On the podium of 20-story residential buildings, landscaping and recreation areas and playgrounds are situated. Currently, construction works are underway here. Construction of the Knightsbridge residence complex not far from Nizami Park continues in this area. This complex envisages the construction of residential buildings, a business center and a school. The commissioning of the Park District is scheduled to take place by the end of 2019. New Central Eastern Street, starting from Babak Avenue, divides the Babak Quarter into two parts. The design of the new Karabakh Racehorse Square, which will be located here, has already been developed. This area, being the center of the quarter, will create comprehensive opportunities for leisure time of residents. Shops, cafes, and a fountain made of 7 horses will be built here. By the relevant executive order of the Baku City Executive Power, in the west of the project, a technical inventory of a new area of 26.7 hectares with chaotic buildings was conducted. Based on the recommendations of the Urban Planning and Architecture Committee, the master plan with the architectural indicators of the facilities to be built here, urban planning, transport, and other infrastructure adjusted to the White City project was prepared. In addition, the planning and design of buildings, roads, parks, schools, service facilities, construction of which will take place in the near future, are completed. Then, President Ilham Aliyev and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva laid the foundation of the White City pedestrian bridge and Zaman Square. After the ceremony, a commemorative photo was taken. After reviewing the work done and the planned activities, President Ilham Aliyev gave relevant instructions and recommendations.